We're heading into holiday season, and sometimes it's tricky to figure out when practice is going to fit in. Let's talk about some tips for success. Welcome to Adventures in Suzuki Parenting. I'm Jody St. Clair. I make videos for Suzuki parents with practice tips, conquering challenges, and resources for a great practice experience. Often some of our best tips come from parents. So if you have some tips about how you get through the holiday season and keep practice going, please let us know in the comments below. And if you don't want to share there, you can always message me, and I would love to hear your tips. Sometimes I feature them on our Facebook page. And while you're at it, don't forget to click like and subscribe so you can get tips every week. It can be difficult to practice through the holidays. Family is over, friends are visiting, there's preparations to make the holidays feel celebratory and special, and fitting in your routine, which is probably out the window, is really difficult to do. So let's talk about some ways that you can really make this a successful experience instead of one that's kind of ridden with guilt. The first step is to set a realistic goal. This is really important because it helps you figure out exactly what to have in mind for your holiday season. I ask parents to really think about, are you going to be able to practice during this time? Is it just going to be too busy? And if it's really busy, can you fit in just a small practice? This is the time to kind of look at your schedule and your calendar and really kind of go through and say, yeah, this day isn't happening, but this day and this day, we could do a small practice. Having a little bit of a plan set in front of you really will help set you up for success so that the days do not slip by and you just kind of go, oh, we thought we were going to do that and we didn't get to it. The problem with that is that it tends to come with a feeling of guilt. And I really like to try to find ways to eliminate that parent guilt as much as possible. It's really not necessary. It doesn't need to be part of your violin journey at all. When we are looking ahead, looking at our schedule, figuring out kind of what goals to set as far as how many times we're going to practice and about how long and all of that, we're really also modeling that example of time management, which is a great thing for our kids to see. If our kids come to the lessons with us and we start, right away with the teacher of, oh, we didn't get to it this week, or we had, family visiting, or we had this going on and it just didn't happen. It's just not a great thing to model for our kids. So think about how you are modeling this time management when they're young, and then when they're older, when they're teens, then you can be doing it side by side and as more of a together kind of thing. Along with the realistic goals are realistic expectations. So a lot of times holiday time is much more of just a maintenance period for our practice. It may be a great time to do a lot of review. It may be a great time to really focus in on just one technique and just really work on just one thing. It may be a good time to revisit some of your goals. You can see a video about setting goals and how important that is up. I think it'll be up here. Sometimes the holiday time is a really great time to kind of revisit those things and just to kind of keep your expectations of what's going to happen. I know I do it all the time, like we're going on a vacation or something and I bring too many things, or I say, oh, I've got this open 3-day weekend, I can tackle this many projects. And then what do I know? It's like way too many projects for 3 days. Plus we just have like normal, daily kind of living things too. It's not like I'm just going to be doing these projects during this time. So it's a really natural thing to do. It's like, oh, let's do this, let's finish this piece, even though we have a lot to do, or something like that. So just really go into your holiday time with a realistic goal. And that way we're really modeling going in with good expectations and good goals. One of my favorite Dr. Suzuki quotes, and I'm going to read it because I don't want to mess it up, but is don't hurry, don't rest, without stopping, without haste, carefully taking one step at a time will surely get you there. And that just is that sticking with it and keeping that steady pace. So if you have a couple of weeks where you're just getting a little bit less done because of holidays or whatever kind of life events are getting in the way, don't beat yourself up about it. You got to think of it in a marathon kind of viewpoint. This is a lifelong endeavor, and hopefully your children will be, even if they're not doing it like professionally or whatever, but there's a lifelong appreciation of music, a lifelong endeavor of learning and doing new things. Holiday time can be a fantastic time to bring a little magic into your practice. A great way to do this is to either do something special around this time. There's a lot of special things going on, so it can be very simple. It could be as simple as putting a little string of fairy lights in your practice area that to get turned on while you're practicing, or a special candle that gets to be lit while you're practicing. It's amazing what like a little bit of light and candle, that kind of thing, can do to make something feel special. It could be even doing some sort of playing for charity, and it's a great time to find places to do that kind of thing. So you can either do like a practice-a-thon and raise some money for a charity of your choice, or you can maybe do something where you're going to an assisted living or a nursing home and playing a little bit for the holidays. It's a great time to pull out those Christmas duets and maybe play a few of those for some people. And that brings just a little bit of something special to your practice too. To just wrap up, a little bit of planning goes a long way. So you can look ahead at your schedule, kind of figure out what you're going to expect and what goals you're going to set for the season. And you can find ways to bring a little bit of magic into your practice, whether it be a candle or playing at a nursing home. But most of all, forgive yourself if it doesn't quite go as planned. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this helpful. Please hit like and subscribe to get your tips every week. It helps support this channel and makes it so that I can give free tips for all parents out there in this Suzuki journey. I make videos for any age, any stage, and any instrument. Thank you for joining me on this adventure in Suzuki parenting. Happy practice.